Shocking revelation in the case of newly married Indore couple Raj Raghuvanshi and his wife Sonam Raghuvanshi, who went missing from Meghalaya on June 2nd. Now, Indore tourist Raja Raghuvanshi was allegedly killed by men hired by his wife during their honeymoon in Meghalaya. DGP Anand said on Monday the wife Sonam surrendered before the police in Uttar Pradesh's Ghazipur, while 3 other assailants were arrested in overnight raids. One person was picked up from Uttar Pradesh and another 2 accused were apprehended from Indore by the SIT. Now, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sama of Meghalaya congratulated the police for cracking the case that had shocked the state as well as the nation. We're joined in by Brijesh Pandey from Newsroom, and just before we go to Brijesh, let's listen in to the reaction coming in from the family.
शादी सहमति से हुई थी, दोनों परिवार की सहमति से हुई थी, दोनों के बच्चन की सहमति से शादी हुई थी। वहाँ की जो सरकार है वो स्टार्टिंग से पहले दिन से ही गलत बोल रही है, झूठ बोल रही है वो। और बच्ची रात में क्या बोलते हैं गाजियाबाद में आई है, वो होटल वाले से उसने मोबाइल लिया और फिर फोन लगाया भाई के लिए।
अच्छा, बेटी ने फोन लगाया? बेटी
ने फोन लगाया है।
मतलब बेटी खुद गाजीपुर के उस ढाबे में पहुंची है?
वो ढाबे पे पहुंची है बेटी मेरी।
मतलब ये भी हो सकता है कि वो जिसके चंगुल से उससे छूट के यहाँ पर आई हो?
हाँ, वही चीज है ना कि उसके चंगुल से बिटिया निकल के नहीं, और इसके बाद में ढाबे वाले के पास पहुंची, वहाँ उससे रोई ढाबे वाले से। रोने के बाद में उसने मोबाइल दिया है ढाबे वाले ने।
अच्छा।
हाँ, ढाबे वाले ने मोबाइल दिया तो फिर उसने गोविंद जी को फोन लगाया।
अच्छा।
हाँ, तो गोविंद जी ने फिर रात को फोन लगाया तो वहाँ पुलिस पहुंची, थाने की वहाँ ढाबे पे, ढाबे से वहाँ की पुलिस लेके आई है।
मतलब
2 बजे के करीब की बात है। मेरी बिट्टी से अभी मेरी बात नहीं हुई, सोनम से। वो गलत दावा कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा।
वो लोग बिल्कुल 100% गलत दावा कर रहे हैं। वो लोग निराधार झूठ बोल रही है, क्योंकि वहाँ की पुलिस फंस रही है उस मामले में, इसलिए वो लोग ये दावा उल्टा दावा कर रहे हैं। हम क्यों करवाएंगे ये चीज? मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ, ये बच्ची भी क्यों करवाएगी? बच्ची अगर ऐसा करवाती तो घूमने क्यों जाती? कल हमने प्लान बनाया था, हमारे जो संगठन के जो अध्यक्ष हैं भोपाल से रघुवंशी समाज के, वो लोग हमारे पास कल आए थे। तो उनने आज सीएम साहब से वो जाते उनके पास मिलने के लिए, और वो मिलने का मांगते कि कितनी बजे उनको अपन को इंदौर से बुलाना है या मिलने के लिए। तो इसके बाद में फिर हम लोग दिल्ली जाते हैं कि अमित शाह जी से मिलने के लिए कि भाई हमको सीबीआई की जांच दो आप।
Right, I'm joined in by Brijesh Pandey, who's live from the newsroom. Brijesh, a shocking murder, and at the same time even more shocking when it comes to the people who could be behind it. It seems that it's more stranger than the plot that could happen in a film.
Oh, absolutely. You know, for the last 17 days, you know, when the case of, you know, this particular couple on honeymoon and then disappearing has come into picture, you know, state police of 2 states, you know, one Indore and second Meghalaya, have been working very hard on this particular case. Though parents of the family, parents of the girl have, as we just heard, you know, they sounded their disappointment, they voiced their disappointment about the way Meghalaya police has handled the case. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, the questions which are emerging of the entire you know, episode is extremely bizarre. You know, we don't know for sure, you know, how the husband died. We don't know for sure, you know, why the girl had to lay this elaborate plan, and exactly how, you know, the supari was given, how this entire gig was executed in the state of Meghalaya. And more importantly, you know, what is the role of the girl, Sonam, in this particular murder case? We don't know for sure. We also don't know that why she chose to surrender, as per the, you know, the news report which are coming in, that she was found in a dhaba in Ghazipur. How did she reach Ghazipur from Meghalaya? As you know, the police have been trying to apprehend her. The police has been trying to search for her location, and they were not able to do it. You know, from Meghalaya to Ghazipur, I mean, it's a complete different topography. How did she manage to get there? Hoodwinking police, which had launched a massive manhunt. And what are who are these 3 people, you know, who the Indore police have arrested? So, you know, there are a lot of questions which needs to be answered. And I think, I mean, if you go by what the Meghalaya police is saying, that they are saying that she's the one who orchestrated the entire thing. She's the one who gave this supari to ensure that her husband gets killed. But why did she do it is also one question which is yet to be answered. Varghese?
They will try to, in fact, crack it. But, there was a lot of criticism when, for the Meghalaya police when this case, in fact, had come out. But now, with Conrad Sangma, in fact, going ahead and saying, good job to that police from Meghalaya, it looks like a lot of weight has been lifted from the state, because the state did face a lot of criticism. Its machinery did face a lot of criticism when it came to this case.
Well, the police did face a lot of criticism because if you look at the statement which have been made by either the groom side or the bride side, both said that they're not happy with the way entire investigation was carried out. They were not happy at the fact that the police was not updating them at a regular basis. So there was a criticism of the way Meghalaya police conducted the entire probe. But yes, as per the Chief Minister, they are saying that ever since the SIT was formed and a crackdown was done, they were able to crack the case in 7 days. They're saying that it is Sonam who orchestrated, it is Sonam who is responsible for the murder of her husband. She's the one who paid, who hired contract killers and ensured that, the husband was murdered. But we don't know for sure what was the reason behind it, because there are also reports which are coming in which says that she was having an extramarital affair with one of the person involved, and that is the reason why the murder of Raja Raghuvanshi was carried out. But we'll have to wait and watch for Indore police to come out and explain in detail about the antecedents of those people who have been arrested. But the way it has gone out, it's an extremely bizarre case of murder, because everybody thought that after the death of the husband, everybody thought that she would have been abducted and sent to some other place, and this was the reason why the pullover she was wearing, the blood-stained pullover was also found at the spot. The CCTV footage also showed that. So, there was a lot of concern about her well-being and safety. But with her surrendering or being found at one of the dhaba of Ghazipur, which is there on the border of UP and Bihar, and also the fact that that the Indore police SIT has arrested 3 people who they feel are responsible or the hired killers in carrying out murder of the husband. I think the plot gets thickened because it'll be extremely interesting to know to see how she managed to come from Meghalaya to Uttar Pradesh to Ghazipur, where she was found, and then she was able to manage. Then she managed to give a call to her brother. And what was the role of the 3 people who have been arrested in Indore? So I think the police needs to come out with a proper storyline. But yes, a very shocking end, I would say, to the horrifying episode of the honeymooner couple who went down to Meghalaya and then simply went absconding.
Well, and we have some more reactions coming in from the family members. Let's listen in.
मेरी बात रात को गोविंद से करीब अपने 2 बजे करीब बात हुई थी मेरी, और गोविंद ने कहा था भैया मेरी सोनम से बातचीत हुई 1:45 बजे करीब, और सोनम ने कहा भैया मैं यहाँ पे हूँ अभी भी, और अपने करीब यूपी में, और यूपी में कंफर्म उसको सोनम को इसलिए नहीं था, तो वहाँ पे जो 2 लोग थे जिनके थ्रू उन्होंने फ़ोन पे बात करी, सोनम ने थी, तो सोनम ने कहा था बोले मैं बिट्टी बोल रही हूँ, उसका नाम घर का नाम बिट्टी है, तो गोविंद ने कहा तो बिट्टी बोल रहे तो मुझे वीडियो कॉलिंग कर, मुझे कंफर्म कर पहले तो तू है तो कौन है दूसरा है। तो उसने जब सारी बातें वीडियो कॉलिंग पे करके क्लियर करी, फोटो दिखाई उसने, वीडियो कॉलिंग करी उसने, तो सोनम को समझ गया था वो, तो गोविंद बोले हाँ सोनम ही है ये। तो फिर हम लोगों ने वहाँ पे जैसे कि यूपी पुलिस जो है उनसे संपर्क करा, और संपर्क करके फिर उनको बताया गया सर वहाँ पे सोनम रघुवंशी जो है एक जंगल में अकेली खड़ी है, तो आप वहाँ पे चले जाइए और जाके वहाँ से उसको ले आइए। तो यूपी पुलिस वहाँ पे आना हुआ है, वो सोनम को सेफ लेके गई है वहाँ से। इसमें ये मीडिया में चल रहा है, तो इसमें अभी तो यूपी पुलिस बोल रही है और अपने मेघालय पुलिस बोल रही है तो सोनम रघुवंशी जो है उसने सिलेंडर किया गया, सिलेंडर उसने नहीं किया है, ये बात झूठ है पहली चीज़ तो। और अभी सोनम जो है, सोनम अभी आरोपी मानी नहीं गई है, उसमें जो आरोप लगाए गए अभी अलग गए हैं, जो 3 लोग अभी इंदौर में जो पकड़े गए हैं, जब तक सोनम रघुवंशी मुझसे नहीं बोल देगी जब तक हम लोग मानने को राजी नहीं बात को।
Well, this was the CCTV camera footage, which was in fact recorded once from that area, just outside the hotel in which they were in fact staying in. And this was some of the footage that was captured of the couple who were in Meghalaya. In fact, they were on honeymoon in Meghalaya, and Sonam as well as Raja Raghuvanshi was also seen in that footage, which was captured outside which was captured just outside the hotel in which they were staying in Meghalaya. These are in fact visuals coming in from the home of Raja Raghuvanshi, where the family members have in fact hit out against the police as well. They have in fact said that strict action should be taken as well. Well, for more on this, Brijesh is still with us. Brijesh, the big question here is how did the police come in contact with Sonam? There's question about whether she surrendered. Some people saying that it was the UP police that arrested her. She did not surrender. This confusion has been going on. So there have been several versions of it saying that they found the person unconscious as well. So this confusion still goes. Did she surrender? Did she not? But the fact remains is that finally she's in police custody, and what she would have to say about all this.
Well, I think, there are two versions to it. And the fact of the matter is that, the word surrender doesn't apply here because I would say that, you usually surrender when you are wanted in a particular case. It'll be because, we also just heard Raja Raghuvanshi's elder brothers talking about how she contacted her own brother, and then, then they were also informed, and then they approached the police and said that she's sitting in a particular dhaba or a place where, please go and, get her to a safer place and all. So, there are contradictory versions which are coming on from the family, from the police. But, what is going to be of extreme importance is the fact that there are 3-4 things. Why exactly, what exactly led to this murder? Was there an extramarital affair angle involved? Was one of the 4 people who were arrested had any kind of relationship with Sonam Raghuvanshi? Third is, how did she manage to? Because, there was a manhunt which was launched in Meghalaya, and Meghalaya is, is a completely different topography, completely different state, and it's not possible that you can just walk out of the place or take, you have to fly in. How did she manage to get from Meghalaya to Uttar Pradesh, from where she was found? And, why who are these 3 hired killers, and did the murder, and how were they able to commit the murder? And, if you look at the CCTV, there's also one angle that she's on the mobile phone. So was she communicating to the killer? So, these are several unanswered questions which, the police have to provide detailed answers for. And how did the police crack this particular code? How did they come to the conclusion that she is the one who orchestrated the murder of her husband? So, these are very, very vital questions which need to be answered by the police before we arrive at any conclusion.
This is now a case that spans 3 states. You have from Madhya Pradesh to Indore to Uttar Pradesh. So this is also one of the facts, and what you pointed out was in fact right. How did she manage to go from Meghalaya all the way to Ghazipur and Uttar Pradesh? Now the question would be is that what would her phones in fact speak about? Now that will be an investigation part as well.
Well, yes, because the police is going to do a detailed forensic examination of, her mobile phone, the last calls, whether she was in touch with the killers, allegedly whether she was in touch with the killers, and, what was the reason behind the murder being, carried out, and who paid money to the hired contractors. All of these hired contract killers. So all of these needs to be fleshed out in great detail. Our sister concern spoke to Amitabh Yash, who is ADG STF, and there he informed us that basically what the role of the Uttar Pradesh police is merely limited to, taking her into a safe place, and they are waiting for Meghalaya police to arrive and take her into custody. So I think, once Meghalaya police takes Sonam Raghuvanshi into custody, and once the investigation starts, then I think more details will emerge as to, what was the exact plan, how the plan was executed, and what was the real motive behind plan. I think, similarly also, what would be of extreme importance and interest would be the investigation which is being carried out by Indore police, in which they have claimed that they have arrested 3 people, 3 contract killers who are, instrumental in killing Raja Raghuvanshi. So I think, this joint investigation, I think in the next 24 hours we'll be in a much better position to say for sure as to what exactly led to this, an extremely twisted plot of this couple who went on to, to have their honeymoon in Meghalaya.
Well, in fact, the entire country would be trying to find out what is the mystery that led to the death of Raja Raghuvanshi.